think the first thing that a lot of startups really do need to do, and I don't want to come across as this preachy person, because I'm really not a preachy person. I am a big believer in, do you know what, no bullshit, just say it how it is and don't use all these marketing wanky words, whatever. So I think the first thing is just really understanding, like getting close to what the meaning of brand is. And I think that's kind of like the first step that startups can take and can do. Just, really getting clear about what is the meaning of brand, why do I need it, because, and how does that impact my growth, and just really understanding that on a more granular level. But then actually also understanding it on a bigger level. So the way I talk about it is, what is the point of a brand? And I think that's a question that no one really, I'd never asked myself that at the beginning, like never. I was just like, yeah, I'm just going to create this thing. Like, yeah, let's make it pink. Yeah, let's do this font. This is really cool. Yeah, let's make that button that color. And, you kind of get into that sort of zone of thinking, all of that stuff's a brand. No, it ain't. That is not a brand, I'm telling you now. The way it looks, don't get me wrong, it has to look good. Of course it does. People want things that look good because people are associated with that. If you want people to care, you need to look good and appear professional and appear, it's like putting makeup on and putting some nice clothes on, doing your hair, same thing. But what I think a lot of these startups don't know at the beginning, which I think they can, and I'm on a mission to make sure they bloody do, is they don't nail their story. They're all over the bloody place. They obsess over the product and what the features and the functionalities are, and all the benefits that they think their customers want. They haven't gone out and done the work. They haven't done it. Some of them may have done a little bit of the work, but they haven't done the hard work. They haven't obsessed over their customer. They haven't spoken to 100 of them. They haven't asked them the right questions, and don't get me wrong, you don't have to speak to 100 customers. We don't do that for all of our clients. That's a lot. Sometimes we do, but we always say a minimum of 10. You need to speak to at least a minimum of 10 people that fit that audience, that customer profile that you want to reach, that you want to connect with. It comes down to the stories, man. It really is. What builds a brand? How do you build a brand? Stories build brands. It's literally that simple. Literally that simple. And I think when I look back, if I'd have known that when I was at the beginning of my journey and when I had my fashion tech businesses, I think I'd be in a very different place right now. And I honestly believe when I first started those companies that I would be a millionaire by 30. I really did. I think a lot of entrepreneurs, of course, you do it because you want to be your own boss. You want to make a shit ton of money and exit one day and be Forbes 30 under 30. Yeah, that was me. I don't really give a shit about that anymore, but that was me. And I'll happily say that's what I wanted. That is what I wanted. I still want to be a millionaire. Of course I do, but for the right reasons, of course, not for the money. It's a milestone that I've had. And you know what? I'm going to demand it, because if you don't demand it, then you don't get what you want. End of. But sorry, I digressed there massively. I did warn you. Sometimes I go off on one and, oh, this is an interesting place that I've ended up in my story. Let's bring it back a bit. But yeah, stories build brands. And I believe there's 5 stories. 5 stories. Every single business on this planet needs to nail if they want to survive in this world today. If they want people to give a shit about them, they need these 5 stories.